I feel like we need to have a chat, guys, as we're starting to question whether we're doing the right thing by sharing our life on YouTube. Welcome back to our channel, Life with the Bridges. For those who don't know us, this is me, Scott. This is my wife, Katie, and this is our son, Super Ted. We are the Bridge family, trying to get the most out of this rat race we all call life. In September 2021, we found our dreams had come true. We were expecting a new addition to the Bridge family. We spent the next 9 months, like any normal parents would, preparing our life for the arrival of our new baby boy. On the 11th of May 2022 at 11:11 AM, we were blessed with the birth of our son. He was perfect. We instantly felt love like we'd never experienced before, and our family of 4 we've always dreamed of was finally complete. We had the most magical first 8 months with Teddy, experienced all that life had to offer. Then, on the 24th of February 2023, our whole world got turned upside down when we got told our 9-month-old son had been diagnosed with high-risk AML Leukaemia.
Do not take life for granted.
We spent the next 6 months, 184 days to be exact, at Great Ormond Street Hospital. He endured 2 rounds of chemotherapy, a full bone marrow transplant, in hope that this would save our son's life. It was important to us that we documented every part of his journey to raise awareness and give childhood cancer the exposure it deserves. After riding the hellish and unpredictable storm, Teddy made it to the end of his treatment and rang that bell. You are joining us now in our next chapter of this journey at home at Bridge HQ as we try to rebuild our life and continue to spread awareness about what it's like to have a child post-cancer and transplant in hope that this second chance at life we've been given is forever. So if you're interested in following our journey, don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell as we document our life as the Bridge family. How adorable. And I'm gagging for a chocolate. Great timing. Happy Valentine's Day to all of our amazing subscribers. Anyway, time to eat a chocolate. And we have got an exciting weekend ahead. So today is Valentine's Day, but as a family we are celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow, and we are going away to an Airbnb in Chichester, and it's got roaming animals that go around the whole estate, so that ticks Teddy's box, and it's got a really cute little chalet for us to stay in overnight, cook a nice meal and just have some really nice family time away together. I'm really looking forward to it. And to be honest with you, I'm not a big Valentine's believer. I don't believe you should celebrate love and shower your partner with gifts all on one day. It should be something that you should want to do sporadically throughout the year, but doesn't mean that we shouldn't celebrate it. And yeah, and that's what we're going to do this weekend. We're just going to do the most valuable thing that any family can do, and that's just spend time with each other. That's all happening tomorrow, so enough waffle. Let's jump straight to it. Catch you in the morning, chaps. We arrived at our overnight stay as a family, and it was beautiful. The surrounding land had tennis courts, trampolines, play areas and an abundance of lakes, and little sectioned off areas housing different animals such as goats, donkeys and sheep, whilst 4 privileged alpacas had free roam of the whole land. On top of the main house they had a cottage and 3 chalets to rent out as Airbnbs, and right on our doorstep was a miniature farm housing 2 pigs, chickens, peahens and some guinea pigs, which was going to be our home for the next 24 hours, and we couldn't wait. So we have arrived here at our Valentine's weekend away. Behind me, as you can see, there is a little farm for Teddy to pet the pigs and the chickens and guinea pigs. And Teddy has fallen madly in love with this giant trampoline. So this is a special weekend away for us. So we're going to keep it pretty low key and just enjoy our time together. But here's a few clips of what we get up to. Wow. Look, Teddy, here's the pigs. They're sleeping.
I have to go round.
Oh!
He just did a bird. He just did a bird.
I don't think he did a birth. I think that's what the noise pigs make. They go.
I just go down and see.
Oh!
And go round.
You can go round, darling. returned back to Bridge HQ after a lovely night away as a family, to the garden starting to bloom, and I had a good old Sunday activity of splitting logs ready for our cosy Sunday to begin in front of the fire, ready to start a new week of fun next week. This weekend just gone was so important to us as it highlighted something extremely important in our life. In fact, it's something that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Good morning. I am out on another lovely hike. I've done my work this morning. Teddy has gone to my mum's, so I am out with Willow, stretching the legs. But I also wanted to come on to talk to you about something pretty close to our heart, personal, sensitive, but also be very transparent at the same time. And for the first time in a long time, I've not come on here to have a serious chat about Teddy's health, but actually come on here to talk about the longevity of our channel on YouTube. And more to the point, are we doing the right thing? Now, the reason why this has come out was brought to my attention by my lovely wife over the last few days about our reasoning and why we are doing what we are doing on YouTube and sharing these videos with you guys on a weekly basis. And it wasn't just as simple as, are we doing the right thing? There is a lot more to it. And what I mean by that is, we started this YouTube channel back in February of 2023 to merely document our son's journey through fighting AML Leukaemia. It was my wife's idea at the time. Should we document it?
So we decided we're going to document this because about an hour ago we found out that our son Teddy has been diagnosed with leukemia. Here is the start of our documentation, and we're going to take everyone with us on this journey, including this little man himself.
Teddy Bear's battle.
And the battle starts here.
At the time of diagnosis, we found out that he had cancer, and my first port of call was go on YouTube and see other people's stories and understand what was to come for us as a parent, understand what Great Ormond Street Hospital rooms, kitchens, bedrooms, food hall, all of these things look like, because I was scared and I was a petrified parent about what was to come, and I couldn't find anything. And so there was a gap in which I believed, as a parent who had recently been found out their child had cancer, there was a gap that needed filling to help out others. So our sole reason for this YouTube channel was to raise awareness within childhood cancer, and we were very unaware of exactly what it was going to lead to. We were going in blind. We had never done YouTube before. It was merely just putting our lives out there to help others. And if I'm completely honest, it was probably one of my biggest therapy tools throughout the whole thing. It allowed me to have a purpose. It allowed me to film and edit and keep my mind occupied whilst laying by my son's bedside. It allowed me to educate others in terms of what it's like. It allowed me to help out other parents that are about to go into similar scenarios to us. It stimulated my mind to a point where I wasn't just always thinking about cancer. I was actually channeling it into something really positive in terms of helping others and making other people aware. And so it became a really positive thing in such a dark moment of our life. Now, over time, we have documented all of Teddy's journey. We have done the raising awareness and are still doing the raising awareness of childhood cancer, because now we're in a stage of documenting our life to prove there is life after cancer. But the more we come out of the cancer world, the less we want it to actually be about cancer anymore. And so to talk about cancer constantly when our life's not necessarily about cancer would be unfaithful, really, because our life on a day-to-day basis, we are beyond lucky and privileged to say that it isn't swamped with cancer. Yes, we're still scarred and there's trauma there from the past and what we went through with Teddy, but our life on a day-to-day basis isn't about cancer anymore. And for us as parents and for Teddy, that's a really amazing place to be. And so we don't want our channel to constantly be about cancer anymore, but instead actually being a normal family and people watching us because they want to watch us, not watching our channel because our son had cancer. And so it brought up many different questions in this conversation I had with Kate about, are we still doing the right thing? Because documenting your life on YouTube firstly takes commitment, secondly takes time, but also it takes up a lot of private time. So a lot of time that myself and Katie have with Teddy is being documented, when in a normal scenario it wouldn't, and in a normal family it wouldn't. So the conversation then progressed into Katie kind of making me understand that constantly having a phone in Teddy's face all the time as a young boy will become normal. And is that right that we do that? Is he going to grow up with a complex knowing that all of my life is filmed? Like, because he is so young, he isn't able to give us consent. We're his consent. And we started off our channel with such a positive reason to be documenting him and filming him the whole time, which is to raise awareness in childhood cancer. But is it right that we continue to do that? Is Teddy going to get to an age in his life where he gets to the stage and realises he doesn't actually want to be plastered all over YouTube and have thousands of views over the years? Are we doing him a disservice by documenting him so heavily that one day that he might not actually want to be documented? Is constantly having a camera in Teddy's face going to make him act up in the future because he feels like he's always got to be the star of the show and perform and things like that, which is something we don't want? I'd like to hope none of these are actually happening or will happen or will actually have a detrimental effect in Teddy's future. But the point being is that we are trying to make ourselves aware of this, that if we continue to do this for years to come and continue to not be respondent to what we are doing and how we are filming and what positions we are putting Teddy in, then it could come at a detrimental cost of Teddy, which is not what we want, which is the reason why we are where we are today. And a few things are going to change going forward. I guess the changes will kind of look like not always having the camera directly in Teddy's face wherever he goes and whatever he does, or kind of pop it on a tripod so it's not in his face, so he's potentially less aware of it being in his face. Secondly, the day-to-day sort of happenings of Teddy, getting up, breakfast, changing nappies, all those things don't need to be documented all the time, but instead capturing our adventures, the educational perspectives, our journey, not just all the ins and outs of, oh look, he's eating, let's record it, you know? Like, it's just finding a balance of recording and documenting the bits that are actually really worthy, also knowing that, you know, it's absolutely okay to have a day off filming and just be a little bit more present with him, be a dad and a mum without a camera documenting it all. And that's really important, and it actually was really upsetting to know that if we hadn't got to this moment, that what would it have been like in 2 years? Like him going around his friend's house having dinner and be like, why aren't your mum and dad filming it? Like, it's a really weird concept to be in, and I'm so glad that we've got to this stage to be able to realise it before it's an actual genuine problem. So I guess after all the days and hours of computing this, which I've done a hell of a lot, I'm really grateful for Kate being able to come to me and make me aware, and not that I was the problem and she was watching it happen. It was more just like, as a family, I think we need to change a few things if there's going to be longevity to this channel. And I agree. We all know that one of the downsides to being on social media and YouTube and all these platforms are there are keyboard warriors, there are trolls that are out there to be malicious with absolutely zero intent but to be malicious. And it's something that I haven't really struggled with. I knew, especially documenting a cancer journey, there was always going to be people that don't agree with it, and I completely respect that. But posting negative comments and other things like that is unnecessary. It's something that I've never struggled with, purely because I know my integrity, I know my reasoning to why I have started this channel, and we'll continue to produce videos on this channel. It's from a really good and positive place, and a place that's actually helped out a lot of people. I still get messages on a daily basis, obviously throughout Teddy's journey, because of the amount that is helping out people that are currently in that situation. But also even now on our recent videos of our day-to-day life, of like how much joy Teddy brings to other people's life, which is exactly our intention. Now, because of that reason that I've only ever been doing it from a positive stance and to make a positive outcome, I was kind of a little bit blind to all of these things that Katie was making me aware of and questions that she was proposing regarding, is it the right thing? Are we doing the right thing for Teddy? And Teddy has always been our number one priority from the start of things. It goes without questioning, like he is our priority and always will be. But going forward, do we need to film everything? One of the hardest things as well is because we weren't aware that this channel was ever going to become as established as it potentially is now, and it's something that I have fallen madly in love with, sharing our family's life and what we've come from, and I'm so unfathomably proud of us and everything we have achieved since his diagnosis and through his diagnosis. That for me, it's an absolute privilege and pleasure to document our life. But the downside of that is I didn't look at the situation from a wide angle lens and see that it potentially does have downsides to it. The trolls and people that make negative comments are obsolete in my eyes, because you're always going to get it in whatever industry you work in. So I was quite happy to park them, but also scaling it back to, is it going to affect Teddy one day? It's something that we generally need to consider, and we are considering and have considered. And it's something that, is this going to affect our channel? Are we stopping YouTube? There's loads of questions, and the future of our channel is potentially unknown, but I know for sure it is a passion of mine beyond belief to continue to do it. But we've just got to do it in the right way. And at the time, it was very hard to speak to Kay about this, if I'm completely honest, because I am so passionate about it and I love it beyond belief, making all these amazing videos for you and sharing our life. But also, she's absolutely right and correct in kind of realigning my sights in terms of what we are doing this for and how we do it going forward. It's really tough as well because I have been heavily a part of this YouTube from the start. I'm the one who films majority, I'm the one who edits, and I am the sole carer of Teddy. So a lot of it is driven by me, 100%, but then because I am so heavily invested in it, and it is all coming from such a positive place, let me add, I don't always see the external factors that are happening, which is why it's so important that Kate has made me aware of this, and we stick together as a team and we come up with an amazing compromise which benefits Teddy. And it's a real positive jiggle, and even though, if I'm completely honest, at the time I was a little bit upset about it because I want nothing more than to just continue to create amazing videos for you guys and just to show Teddy off to the world, because he is my number one prized possession. Like, I am so amazingly proud of him and continue to become more and more proud that why wouldn't I want to? Why wouldn't I want to show him off to the world? But also, Kate's right in making me aware that sometimes he may not want to be constantly televised and what have you. So yeah, there is so many points, and it's not worth me going into all of them. And the priority and the main thing is that myself and Katie have discussed them and known that going forward we are going to be continuing our channel from the correct stance, and a stance that protects Teddy from all angles, and something that kind of benefits our life rather than feeling like contracted to constantly film everything and document our whole life and feeling a little bit let down if we don't, you know. So I think our personal opinions are, if I thought Teddy would ever be affected by putting his journey out on YouTube, I would have never done it, and I still stand by that and don't believe he will do. Look at the guy, he's a born entertainer. He will more than likely have his own channel one day, but also it's being able to keep our integrity to why we're starting this. And yes, we don't want our channel to be all about cancer, but is there a chance of him potentially relapsing one day and it going back to that and raising more awareness? Absolutely. But it just doesn't mean that our life and our channel has to always be about cancer. And so where I'm going with this is that things are potentially going to change ever so slightly going forward. Is our YouTube journey over? I don't think so. I'd be gutted if it is. But are we going to potentially be filming from a slightly different perspective rather than always having the camera in Teddy's face and be more thoughtful of him? Yeah. Are we going to feel like we have to film everything? Because I genuinely feel like I've got a loyalty to you guys, purely because you've supported us through all of our dark times and our journey. And so to be able to put positive videos out there which make you guys smile and make you guys happy is almost a duty of mine, because you supported us, so I support you, you know, like it's a family sort of thing. But we do not want this to come at the detriment of Teddy. He is our main priority for all of us on this channel, and us being at the forefront of that. What does this look like for our channel? I don't actually know. The future for our channel is potentially unknown, whether this means because we may have to film less because we want to be more present with Teddy and not always look at him through a phone. This will inevitably mean less content, and this could potentially mean less videos. So it may mean that we only have to go down to one video a week, which it is what it is. Would I choose that? Potentially not, but we have to do things for Teddy. I'm sure all of these unknowns about our channel will kind of fall into place over the next week or two as we discuss it further and come up with a plan going forward. We hope that now, the further we move away from the cancer journey, our channel will continue to follow us as the Bridge family and just our life in terms of where it goes. We don't know where it's going to go. We know where we want it to go. We have pipeline dreams, but also we still have a child that had a life-threatening illness, and unfortunately that controls a lot of our life in terms of going forward, like imminently. So yeah, no one knows, but I hope that we have some incredibly exciting things coming for this channel, and our channel will naturally deviate whichever way our feet take us, and I'm excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. Anyone that is following purely from a cancer perspective, then I guess this potentially isn't what you want to hear. We constantly battle the algorithm of YouTube that the dark times are the best views, and we've never necessarily done it for view counts and subscriber totals and things like that. It's hard not to get involved in that when you do have a YouTube channel, but we have stayed true to ourselves from the start, and that is 100% what we are kind of pride ourselves in. But we hope honestly that this channel takes a turn and in the foreseeable future just captures all the incredible bits, and it will always stay transparent. When we struggle, but we want to continue to create videos that put smiles on people's faces and continue to show off Teddy without it constantly reverting back to cancer one way or negative one way, or having to detriment Teddy or our life from some perspective, you know. So I believe there is a balance that we can find in terms of keeping keep producing positive and happy adventures that we're going on through as the Bridge family without documenting everything and without feeling guilty that we don't film things, which I do suffer with, because I love to capture it all and I want to share it all with you because I'm so abundantly proud. So I don't want to continue to ramble. That is a bit of a rant, but it's an honest rant and something I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, don't worry, we're not going anywhere, but things may change, and I wanted you to understand that if you potentially notice anything in our videos. And yeah, bottom line is we want the best for Teddy, we want the best for our channel, we want this channel to have huge longevity to it, because I believe we enjoy sharing our life with you guys, and we have done it from the start. So if we can do it successfully without it detrimenting our boy, then that is 100% our intention. And I look forward to many, many other incredible videos to come, but now with a renewed remembrance of Teddy is always being #1 priority, and that is as simple as that. But the point being is consideration, and consideration of Teddy's. Make sure we've covered all angles, just so what myself and Katie decide to do now in our life doesn't affect Teddy's future life. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our main priority and always will be. Doesn't mean our content's going to get boring though, because it's still going to be absolutely fantastic, let me tell you. But it just means, I don't know what it's going to look like. That's the beauty of it. Like, let's see, guys. You'll either still be here in a month's time or you won't. And if you're not, then it's been an amazing ride. And if you are, then look forward to the future. And lastly, before I finish this sort of long-winded conversation, it's a good time to thank you guys as our subscribers. We just thank you huge amounts. It's grown into an ever-progressing dream of mine to run a YouTube channel, and if it means I can document our life as a family, which I'm madly in love with and madly privileged to be a part of, then what a dream job. And I will continue to do so from a safe perspective of our son and our family, and that will always be at the forefront of my mind. But to each and every one of you that have subscribed and followed our journey and continue to follow our journey, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and stay with us, because I believe we've got some real special and amazing things to come. So there's a lot of weight off my chest. That's a perfect time to end that video there. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we put up hopefully a lot more positive videos. And remember, this never changes. Live for today, as tomorrow is never promised. We'll catch you in the next one, chaps.